Hello and welcome. Today we're going to be looking at Adobe Spark and how to use it and what it's good for and what you can't do with it really as well. So first thing you'll want to do is go onto the Adobe Spark website, and then you will be asked to sign in, and you need to sign in with your own account that you've got with Adobe if you've got one. If you've got an iPhone or iPad, you can also download the Adobe Spark applications, and there's one for Adobe Spark Page and one for video as well. These are freely available, and if you haven't got an Adobe account, you can create one, I believe, for free to use Adobe Spark. However, don't quote me on that. So once you've signed in, you'll be greeted with a page that looks like this, where you'll have my projects. You will probably have no projects in this area here. This is just some stuff I've been playing about with and messing around with. So let us begin. So we want to start off with creating a new Spark page. So there's two ways around this. You can either go up to this little menu at the top here and choose the kind of Spark content you want to create, or you can click on the little plus button here. And this will bring you to a page that looks like this, where you've now got yourselves three options. You have the option for a post, an option for a page, and an option for a video. We will go into details about which of these are, but for this video we will look into Adobe Spark Page. To begin, we just click on the plus button, and there we go. Now by default it will provide us with a screen that looks like this and nothing else. We can scroll down and there's nothing else on this page. It's bland. So to begin with, we just simply click to add a title. So we'll call this Adobe Spark in space, an introduction. Now, if I want to have a video or a photo behind our text here, I simply click on the background and this little photo icon appears. Or, failing that, if it doesn't appear, I could also click on the plus button here, and that gives me the option for photo there. Now, we have various options open to us. We can either upload a photograph from our machine, we can find photos on the Adobe sort of stock, upload from Facebook, or even upload from our own Creative Cloud or Lightroom, and Google and Dropbox as well. But for the purposes of this video, I'll just be using the Find Photos stock images, and I'll just be searching for some generic background images. So I will choose this one. Now you'll notice that Adobe Spark autosaves everything we do every time we make a change. And first thing we need to do now is scroll down and start actually adding our content. So how do we add content, and what kind of content can we add? Well, simply we click on this little plus icon here and we are presented with our options. We can add photographic content, text, buttons, video, photo grids, or glide shows. We will start off with some text because that would make logical order for us. And straight away we can see our options for text. We cannot change the font size or font type, but we do have some preset options given to us. So I can go type in some text for us. So welcome to my Spark page. I can highlight that and I can turn it into a header 1, a header 2, a quotation, a bullet point, make it bold, make it italic, or even make it into a hyperlink. Let's just toggle those back off. I can change the alignment within our page as well, and that is pretty much all that is available to us. We can add as much as we want to. We can just generically keep typing away. If we press enter, it will create a new paragraph. So we can go, this is my second paragraph. And again, we have the same options open to us as before. Let us now add some photo content. And with photos, again, you're presented with options of upload photo, use stock images, etc., etc. Again, I'll be just using stock images for the purposes of this. And I'll just use this photo here. And to give it a few moments to load up. And now our image is in here, you're presented with some more options again. So you've got an inline, which is this setting here, where you've got the image and caption space underneath. If you do not put anything in your caption, there won't be any text there, just FYI. You have fill screen, which basically fills your browser's window width up. You have a window, which is a kind of like slice into the image. So as you scroll up and down, you get this kind of almost parallax effect going on. We have full width, which basically fills our page up to the width of the image, sort of thing. You can also, and then we've got more generic options like move, replace, and delete. Move means we can move this image in its position on our page, so we can move it up one. So we've now got text, image, text, while it was text, text, image before. I'm going to keep this as window because I quite like the window look. Also, if you notice, if we have a window look, we have our caption area has now moved to within the image. So we can add some caption if we want to here. So space, image. It's amazing. There we go. And off we go. Every time we want to add content, we just simply click on the plus in the location where we want that content to be added. So we'll now add ourselves a button. So we'll go Google link, and we'll just put in the generic link to Google here. This could be anything you want it to be, don't worry about that. If we click on the button, we can press edit, so we can change the alignment of where that button is situated on our page. And as you notice, if we hover over it, it shows it's a hyperlink button. It won't work until we view it in preview or publish it, but just to let you know, it is kind of working because you can, a sort of thing. We'll see preview and share towards the end of this. Also available to you is video. And here we can basically embed a YouTube, Vimeo, or even an Adobe Spark video if we want to, which we'll cover in a separate video. So let us use YouTube for the purposes of today, and I'll just find this video here. With YouTube, you need to go to Share and copy the link provided to you in the Share option. We'll just go back here, and we'll paste that link into there and save it. If the PC decides to play ball, that is. Did I not copy that correctly? There we go. And again, once we view this in preview or share it, this will be playable. It will full screen when you play it. You can't preview it in this mode here, and you can't also change the settings of it, just to let you know. We can also add a photo grid. So a photo grid is a bit like an album almost. So we can position our images in there, so we can pick multiple images from our machine at the same time. If we don't necessarily like the order the image has been put into by its own kind of automated locations, we can readjust that. So we can move content forwards and backwards. We can make the image large or small. We can replace images or delete them. Once our grid has been edited, we can just simply save that. And again, add a caption to our album if we want to. And any of these images that the user views will full screen when they view it when it's public, when it's live. And last one to show you is Glideshow, which is another way of presenting your images and information. So we'll go with, we'll select a few for this. You don't have to, you can just select one, but we'll select two, just to show what happens when you do. So we'll just save that. And you'll notice what happens is we have, as we scroll down the page, our image zooms in. We have a content area here where we could add in photos, text, videos, and buttons. And if we keep scrolling down, you'll notice the image changes to the next image, and we've got another content area. So we could add in here, we could add a button to Yahoo link, yahoo.com, because why not? And here we could add some text saying I'm in space. If we click on the image within a Glideshow, we can actually adjust its focal point. So we can drag around to where we want the image to be kind of centered within our scroll as the point of the zoom. And there we go. It is pretty much as easy as that. If you want to sort of stylize your page, there are limited options available to you, but we do have something up here called themes, which we can click on here. And we can pick ourselves a style that's pre-built into it, so we can go with kind of vintage style. So it changes our text, our links, our color schemes, etc. Go with Luca, let's see. And this is really the only kind of option you've been given to be able to customize your page other than the content you've put in there, obviously. So let's say I'm happy with that. If I want to preview it at any point, I can click on this little eye icon up here. And if I scroll down, you can see our content's moving as desired. We can click on a link and it will take us to Google. We can click on our video and it will play our video in full screen. We can look at our images in larger format. And there we go. You'll also notice if you use images from within Adobe Spark stock area, it will actually auto-credit the images for you. And it also does the same for your Adobe Spark video. So let's just close that. Now if we want to make this live so the world can see it and we can use it for educational materials, we click on the share button up here. We have to pick a category, so we'll choose education. You can show or hide the author. Again, all the photo credits is automatically generated for us, but we can add our own in there if we want to. We can add or remove Spark's branding, which is just a little icon at the bottom that's with a link to Adobe Spark. And you can make it appear in search engines or not. We'll turn off that, so it's unlisted. So this is a link that basically you can share without it being searchable on Google. So we'll create ourselves an unlisted link, and this will take a moment or two. There we go. At any point we can edit the details, so if we're not happy with something we can change it, but we'll go back to the link now. And we will copy our link here, and that is the link that you'd be putting onto Blackboard or sharing on social media for people to see. And that is pretty much Adobe Spark in a nutshell. We will look at Adobe Spark video in another video, if that makes sense. And here's our page live, and there we go. It's as simple as that. There's certain things you can and can't do with it. As you may notice, the options are quite limited. But for a simple kind of one single page website kind of deal, it's really good. So thank you for watching.